All right, guys, I've got all 8 plugs right here, freshly gapped. I'm really crossing my fingers that these spark plugs are gonna fix our misfire issue. Please, Lord.
That's on cylinder 8.
Hell yes. Okay, so look, me and Daniel are in here working on a video, surprisingly enough, but Doug comes in here and he's like, found our problem.
Yeah.
Look what Doug found.
Cylinder 8, the porcelain was actually cracked, so more than likely it was misfiring because it was arcing out, shorting out, not actually firing through the tip here like it's supposed to.
Whenever I was actually picking up the GT500 last night, I was driving back home, and Curtis, he's the guy that tunes the Miata. He texted me and he's like, hey dude, I saw you got a new car. What's the info on it? And so I told him, I was like, dude, it's great. It just has this little misfire, so we got to figure it out. He's like, oh, those cars are common for 2 things. Check the coil packs, and then also after you do that, check the spark plugs, guaranteed that one of the spark plugs cracked. And we found out that that is actually, he was right. So it was a cracked spark plug, which is awesome. I guess at this point, let me hop next door. We're gonna go in the shop and we're gonna hopefully put in some new plugs, and then the car hopefully should run. So let's go check it out. We've already got the car up on the lift right here. Doug pulled the valve covers off and he was like, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's just do a compression test, you know, normal stuff after buying a car. So we get it back here, we're doing a compression test. Compression looks great, by the way.
That's normal stuff before buying the car, but this dude was sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, and he wouldn't let us do one before we bought the car.
He was an older man, like Doug said, that's typically what you want to do before buying a car so that you don't get in a situation where you get burned. But I told you guys last video, whenever we were buying the car, it was going to be a gamble because we weren't able to do a compression test. He wasn't comfortable with us in his driveway tearing his car apart that we had not purchased yet to do a compression test, and I can understand that, at least to some degree. It is a little uncomfortable though, because you're having to spend so much money on a performance car like this that is used and most likely abused. We went out on a limb, we took the gamble. The guy had no idea what was wrong with it, but anyways, we get it back here. I'm just happy to find that it was a spark plug. So as you guys know, compression tests basically show the health of the engine, and judging off of these compression numbers, that looks very good. So about 165. So every single cylinder that we've been testing has been basically within a 5-pound tolerance of each other. The driver's side bank of cylinders, compression tested perfect. He's gonna finish the compression test. We're gonna go ahead and get all 8 new spark plugs and get them gapped properly, because this car is actually under quite a bit of boost, being that it does have a pulley swap and everything. It's got an 8-rib conversion. Whenever you downsize on pulleys on superchargers, as you guys know, it increases the boost. Whenever you increase boost, especially on pump gas, you've got to have tighter spark plug tolerances and actually gap your plugs tighter. The guy that put in the spark plugs last on this car, whoever it was, they did not gap the spark plugs at all, and once it cracked, it started misfiring. So
Cylinder 4 and cylinder 8 both had porcelain fault right there. That would make sense.
2 plugs total. Turns out that we did find out that it wasn't even just 1 spark plug, but actually 2 spark plugs out of the 8 had failing porcelain, ceramic, whatever you want to call it, and it failed. So I'm pretty sure that that is definitely the cause of our misfire issues that we were having. So what we're going to do is, like Doug said, we're going to finish the compression test, but every cylinder has been looking perfect, so that means that we've got a very strong, healthy motor. After that, we're going to get the thing some new spark plugs, hopefully start it up and see if we fix the misfire, which we probably did. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, guys, I've got all 8 plugs right here, freshly gapped. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our SK tools, getting this stuff installed. Thank you again, SK. I swear I mention them every single time that I use anything, but you guys get it. I appreciate them. I'm really crossing my fingers that these spark plugs are gonna fix our misfire issue. If so, I will be a happy little camper for sure. Oh, oops. I could definitely say that it is odd that whoever had the car before did all these mods to the car. They did the throttle body, they did the smaller pulley, they obviously tuned it, they put new spark plugs in it, and through all that, they didn't know to gap the spark plugs. That's really strange to me. Normally, if somebody is going to go into that much depth of mods, they at least know to gap the spark plugs. Like I said, I'm really just hoping that the spark plugs are the issue. Can't imagine it to be anything else, but hey, you never know. I've learned that. I'm just hoping we don't have any more surprises. What do you mean, what did I gap them to? 32,000. 32,000.
Why 32?
What you mean, why 32?
Oh, we're going to like 30.
No, it said between 30 and 35, depending on how much boost you run. It's just not an E85 car, so it doesn't really matter to have that type.
My job.
Huh?
My job.
It's both of our jobs. Doug was in there eating, so I had to sneak in here to come do this.
I knew you were gonna do that shit.
Doug doesn't let me work on my stuff anymore. Okay, here, you can get to this back one too, since I can't get to this one. Yeah, I already got all those tight. Everything's tight except for that one in the back.
What'd you torque them to, huh?
What did I torque them to?
What'd you torque them to, huh?
About here.
About a click?
About a click, yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and stick the coil packs back on, put the intake little elbow back on real quick, hook up the vacuum. I guess start it up and see if we got a fix to our problem.
And then we can go race.
No.
And then we can race.
No. I did see that it takes 550 though, and we got a lot of AMSOIL 550 over there, so we could probably change the oil like tomorrow on it or something, throw some 550 in it, throw some AMSOIL through it just to make sure she's running good. I really am impressed though. This car it's a very wildly clean car. Even whenever we had it up in the air earlier today off camera, we were looking underneath the car just to kind of inspect everything, and it looked really good, surprisingly, especially for a car of this age. I mean, it's not a newer car by any means. It's 2007, so I mean, you're looking at what, 13 years old, 14 years old technically. So the car still is in immaculate shape. It's really neat to see something like this. Most of the time these cars have been like completely destroyed and just beat up and battered, and this one is just like a gem. It looks beautiful. So hopefully our spark plugs fix it, because that's literally the only thing that could be wrong on it. So are we ready for a start?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Time to find out if spark plugs fixed our super ultra duper cheap misfiring GT500. Let's give it a shot. Please, Lord. Yes, 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 yes!
Yep, that works.
That was it. No more misfire. Literally, the first thing that he did was check plugs right off the bat fixed.
Back to what you said. Why is it so we say it's purring like a kitten? Why can't it be neighing like a horse since this is a Mustang?
It's slithering like a snake. How about that?
Oh, it's slithering snake.
Spark plugs fixed the car. How much was that for the spark plugs? Just out of curiosity. $16. Wow. Doug, I don't say this a lot, but you know what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm proud of you.
I just
want that to be known by me and in front of everybody else watching right now.
Hey, what'd that mean?
That mean I love you.
Ah!
All right, Doug's gonna get busy. We're gonna finish putting the coil covers back on, and then after that, I want to take it for a test drive because I have not gotten to drive it under really anything because it's been pretty problematic. So we kind of just cruised back home last night. So today, now that we have it fixed, make sure everything's good on it and see if all the noises that we were hearing last night on the drive back are gone now. So, wow, that's crazy. I think we got everything fixed on it. Ooh, she sounds good too. Yep. I do know one thing, that radio's gotta go, and after that, these lights gotta go. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys missed a video of us buying this car, you need to go check it out because you'll understand a lot more of why I'm saying this. But whenever we bought it, I was very, very sketched out because we didn't really know what the car's condition truly was. And the guy would not let us compression test it or anything, so we had no idea what we were really getting ourselves into, and it was misfiring pretty dang bad. Obviously, if you didn't see about the spark plugs, so. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Oh yeah, she's back. Anyways though, so we were kind of just gambling, to say the least. I mean, there's nothing really, no better way to put it. We really just took a gamble, bought the car, and took it back home, hoping me and Doug were right that it wasn't going to be anything major. And thankfully, this is the one time that we've ever actually gotten this right. But we were right, it wasn't anything major, and now it seems to be perfectly fixed. We did get the chance to do a compression test on it once we got it back to the shop today, as you guys saw, and all the compression, all 8 cylinders was like mint. Good healthy plugs now that aren't gapped to the moon and have cracked ceramic and everything on them, so we're all good. I'm really happy to see that this worked out. This is sick. We do not have very sticky tires on here at all, so I do want to be very careful with it, but I do want to do just a little pull just to check it out. Too.
What?
Belt slip. Yep. I could feel it. I could feel it as soon as the belt started slipping. I could feel it. I used to have the exact same problems on my black car whenever we had that supercharger and the pulley was too small. I did an oversized underdrive idler and crank pulley, but that's the only thing really that helped it out. This car's got stock both, so I can see that even with the 8-rib conversion, it definitely seems to be having a little bit of problems with belt slip. Making too much power for the belt to actually hold on. That's pretty funny. We can smell the belt slipping, but they make grip tech pulleys for these blowers, which is like a it's like a normal pulley, except for on the grooves where the belt goes, it's got like, yeah, it's like a little cuts. I guess we'll look into that in the next few days. That's no big deal though. Yeah. I'm just honestly stoked to have the car running good again. That's incredible. No problems at all at idle. Sounds great. Pulls harder than shit too, dude. Damn. Downshift smooth. Everything seems really solid on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed. I've never gotten to drive one of these before. The check engine light is on because we were messing with the coils and we haven't cleared the code yet, but you know, redline on here is only 6,000 RPM.
Yep,
dang,
that's
dude.
a 5.4, man.
The difference between Coyote went into like real, serious, intelligent engineers that put a lot of thought and knowledge into their engines. This, whenever this came out, instead of being so precise and everything, this was supposed to be like raw punch, just American glory in its finest, and that's exactly what it is. Holy sh**. Woo! She is a quick one. I'm afraid to bang gears on it or anything because I haven't gotten to feel it out yet and actually get to know the car, but I will say for just a little bit of baby getting on it that we're doing, it's really moving. Also, I'm watching the boost gauge. We're over 15 pounds of boost right now. Are we? Yep. It maxes out at 15 pounds, but even with belt slip, like you said, we're over 15 pounds. So I guarantee you that this pulley setup probably got about 18 pounds or so, which on stock blower on a GT500 like this year especially, making 571 at the wheel, which actually was dyno proven. We have the dyno sheets with the car whenever we bought it. 571 wheel horsepower is not bad out of that stock little blower. It's really not much done to the car at all. It's pulleyed, it's tuned for 93, but other than that, exhaust. Yeah, I was gonna say exhaust. Yeah. Intake exhaust pulley, yeah. Well, technically it's still the stock intake, it's just an intake filter.
Yeah, tires don't stand no chance.
No, literally just literally like a quarter throttle or more into the car and the tires are just non-existent in first and second gear. All right, well, I guess I'm glad that we got the car fixed.
You should throw some stickies on this thing and play with my car too.
Dude, I'm not kidding, I really want to. Well guys, there we have it. All of the problems that we thought we had with the GT500, all the potential issues that it could have been, it turned out to just be spark plugs. So like Doug said, $16 is all that we have into this car and it is completely fixed. So we legitimately got this car for a freaking steal. Anyways, we took our gambles, we got it back home, and I'm not gonna lie to you, all night last night I could not really sleep because I was so nervous about what was going on with the car and I didn't know if we were really going to screw ourselves up or not. But it turns out that luckily we went with our gut and we were right. So spark plugs and we completely fixed our GT500 and it is literally immaculate at this point. So I could not be happier with this purchase. So gosh, I feel so relieved. But anyways guys, like I said, that is probably going to be a wrap for today's video. I know I kind of spoiled it, but we do have some new wheels that are going to be coming for the car probably tomorrow. We're going to get rid of these chromes. They're knockoff little reps of the Super Snake wheels and I just really don't like them. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the GT500 so far. Let me know what you want to see done to the car. I plan on doing a few mods in the next few weeks at least. And then obviously, as normal, we have a lot of cars around here that we want to see this car race. So I'm kind of curious how it stacks up to everything else, being that it does make pretty good power, but it is on a stock blower. So anyways, thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you next video.
Running on, running on, that's right. Tell these bitches please stay in your lane, move along. Might take a trip across the pond just to flex. Pop the sand, yeah, we got a long flight home. Say she got a man, but that ring is gone. She my greatest fan, play this song, she sing along. Bounce that